the last 6 years, I've made hundreds and thousands of dollars, and I helped over 300 traders start their trading account and make over $10,000 for their first profits online. And in this video, we're gonna go through every single step I would take if I had to start over from scratch and rebuild my trading account up to $100,000 from zero. I'm gonna guide you step by step so that after this video, you're gonna know exactly what to do and how to grow your trading account from zero. But quick disclaimer before we get started, if you decide to skip or miss any of these steps, it could potentially throw away everything and cost you tens, if not hundreds and thousands of dollars. So listen carefully and try and stick to everything throughout this video, because that is the only way I can ensure you will become profitable using this information. Now, there's a very simple two-step process I'm going to lay out for you that you can use to start from zero to start making $10,000 a month trading. Now, the first step is extremely important, and this is building a strategy. Now, there's a million different strategies out there, and I have two different ways for you to figure out a strategy that is actually going to work and not have you hanging in the dust, losing out on tons and tons of profits. Now, the first way is doing it the same way that I did it to become profitable. And this process took me over a year, and it's a lot of hard work, but it works. And this simple step is picking any strategy, whether it's support resistance, supply demand, market structure, pick anything and build an entire strategy around it. So the first way is by sticking with one single concept and building a strategy around that. For example, when I first started trading, I was strategy hopping left and right. I was going from supply demand to support resistance to moving averages to a million different things, and none of it ever worked for me. I just kept losing every single trade, and I could not find any way to consistently grow my account until I decided it was time to just pick one strategy, go all in on it, and only trade one setup that worked. And once I was able to do that, I was having very consistent profits every single week, and it became very easy to trade. Now, for me, the strategy I laid upon was called supply and demand. This is a very, very simple strategy that I'm going to show you later in the video how to learn. Now, when I first found supply and demand, it actually didn't work for me, and that's mainly because I didn't have a back-tested or data around the strategy to make sure that it worked. I would kind of just look at random supply and demand zones and try and trade off them. And what I did was I went through this very long process of iterating and testing and trying new things, adding in different components to the strategy to see if it could work. And for a long time, it didn't work until I eventually tested and finally got a strategy that worked for me. And so the first way of building your actual strategy is going to come from doing the work yourself and finding an edge in the market. If you're able to find a win rate that is above 50% with a risk reward above 1-to-1, that is going to be a profitable strategy. And really, the best way or the only way to figure that out is through backtesting, is going through the data, trying out a bunch of different trades, adding in different things, taking out different things. It's a lot of work, but it works extremely well. Now, if you're anything like me, and you want to do things a little bit easier, a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, then this method's going to be for you. And this way of finding a strategy is not only incredible because it works instantly, but you also have a lot more confidence in your strategy because you know it's going to work for you. And this method is going to be simply copying someone else who already has a profitable strategy. Now, luckily for you guys watching this video, I have done the work for you. I've spent years backtesting, I've tried everything, and I know what works and I know what doesn't work. And what I want to do for you is give you access to my strategies 100% free. So the first step I want you to do right after watching this video is go to the link in the description and click the first link, because it's going to give you access to my platform where I have a whole bunch of different courses going over my exact strategies 100% free. It's called The Vault. It's got an incredible community, and it's going to give you the fastest way to learn a strategy that actually works. Okay, so you should be doing this after you finish the video, but this is The Vault. This is the first link in the description. I want you to click after. It's 100% free, but I want you to head over to the Classroom tab, and this is going to show you a bunch of different strategies you can use in your trading. We have beginner stuff, three-phase system. We have a lot of really cool stuff in here, but what I would recommend is clicking on this supply demand mastery course. Okay, supply and demand is the main strategy that I still use to this day that has allowed me to go from zero to hundreds of thousands of dollars in profits over my career. Okay, we have it in a very step-by-step laid out how to trade these zones. It's very, very simple, no indicators. You just draw boxes on your chart, and it makes it very, very easy to trade. Okay, we have it in written form, videos. Everything you need to know is going to be right in here as well. Okay, and if you want to learn some other concepts to make it easier, you can go back and click on beginner concepts, risk management tools. We have a few more down here that unlock as you start to be more active in the community. Again, everything is free, but I'd highly recommend supply and demand and go from there. Okay, so now once you've gone through this entire strategy and you understand how supply and demand works, the next step is really simple. You want to build yourself a really simple checklist on what to actually trade, okay? And I want you to use this exact formula. So you can write this down somewhere. It's really simple, just 2 questions. A, what needs to happen before getting into a trade? And then how do I manage the trade once I'm in it, right? And you can make yourself a 2 or 3 step checklist for all of these bullets to make it really easy for you to trade. So as a quick example, if I was trading supply and demand, I want to say what needs to happen before we get into a trade. Well, I could put things like this, right? I want it to be a high quality zone, okay? If you guys don't understand supply and demand zones, don't worry about it for now. You'll learn about it. But I want to trade in high quality zones. I want to make sure it's aligned, right, with the trend. So I want to be buying when price is in an uptrend and shorting when price is in a downtrend, right? And that's a very simple 2-step checklist I can use for some of these trades. We can even add one in more. You know, we can say something like only liquid stocks, right? Only good stocks like Apple, Tesla, SPY, all that stuff, right? So now what you can do is when you go to take a trade, you have a simple checklist. You can say, okay, is this a high quality zone that I'm trading? Is it aligned with the trend? And is it a very liquid stock? And if the answer is yes, then I'm good to go ahead and take the trade, okay? And then same thing with managing the trade, right? Where is your stop loss going to be, right? You should always have a stop loss and a target on every single trade, okay? So you can put in here, like, where would I put my stop loss? Well, maybe it's right below the demand zone, okay? And do I have any, you know, maybe rules for time management? Like, let's say I'm trading a weekly option and I decide for myself that, you know, if price hasn't got back above a supply zone in 3 days, I want to get out of the trade, right? And you can make yourself a list of rules that make it really simple and really easy to follow, so you can step by step have an exact confirmation of what you want to trade and what it takes to get in and out of every single trade. And doing this is going to make it extremely easy for you to learn a simple strategy and turn it into one where you're making consistent profits from it every single week. Now, after you've done this and you've got your strategy figured out, the next part is really, really simple of this 2-step process. You're already halfway there. You just need to get this one thing done, and then you'll be on your way to a profitable trader. And what this next step is going to be is figuring out your risk management plan. Now, risk management is extremely important, and I've been trading 6 years, and I can tell you that you will never become profitable without good risk management. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways that you can manage your risk and do it appropriately, step by step, so you can go ahead and start seeing consistent profits and consistent account growth. You see, about 2.5 to 3 years into my journey, I was able to get a profitable strategy through a bunch of back testing, through data, all of that stuff. What I realized is that my account was still not growing. I still had these issues come up where I wasn't able to consistently grow my account. I would see it go up a little bit, then down, and then up and down. It was very back and forth. And I was very confused because I had a strategy that was proven to work. I know it worked because I have the data to back it up, but I still wasn't seeing my account grow. And I realized how important risk management is. You see, having an actual proven edge and strategy in the markets is going to take you from unprofitable to break even. But going from break even to consistently seeing your account grow is going to be from having proper risk management. And it wasn't until I actually figured this out where I was able to get out of that break even stage and start seeing consistent profits. Now, if you don't have good risk management, you are always going to be in that break even or losing money stage as a trader. It's simply never going to happen where you actually see your account grow time and time again. Because some days you're going to be losing a few $100s on a trade, and some days you're going to be losing a few $1,000s on a trade. So it doesn't matter how good of a risk reward or win percentage you have, because if your losers end up being a lot more than your winners on those specific trades, it's going to lead to a lot of different issues. Which is why this first step and this first rule I want you to do is grab a sheet of paper and write down the exact amount of money you want to risk on every single trade. Now, this amount should be constant. It should be the same exact for every single trade, and there should never be a time where you risk more than this amount that you're going to write on the sheet of paper. The general rule of thumb is going to be about 1 to 2% of your entire portfolio value in your risk, which means if you have a $10,000 account, 1% would be $100. So on every single trade, you shouldn't lose more than $100. If you want to risk 2%, then it would be $200. And you can do this across every single account size. Doesn't matter what it is, 5K account, 50K account, you want to risk about 1 to 2% of your account every single trade. Because if you do this and you have a strategy that works, you are guaranteed to have consistent profit. It's simple math. There's no way you can fail if you have proper risk management with an edge in the market. But if you don't have good risk management, then there's no hats off the table, and you can easily take a lot of losses that lead to your account going lower. Even if you have a strategy that is guaranteed to work, it will not matter without proper risk management, which is why this is so important. Now, the other thing you want to make sure is that your winners are much bigger than your losers, because you can risk $100 on every single trade, but if you're still only making $10, $20, $30 on a winner, you're not going to have a profitable edge or a profitable strategy that is going to get your account to grow consistently. Now, to learn this and have good proper risk management, you're going to want to use something called a risk management calculator. And again, good news for you is I have one for you completely free inside of the vault. Okay, so this risk management calculator is extremely easy to use. Same exact thing. You want to head over to the Classroom tab inside the vault and click on risk management tools. Okay, the first link in there is going to be this risk management calculator here. You can click on that and it's going to take you to make your own copy of a page that looks like this. Okay, now this is a very, very simple calculator you can use for everything. Okay, we have an options one, we have shares one, we have futures, we have pretty much everything that you can use for this. Okay, and it's very, very simple. You only want to fill out the ones that are in the black boxes. So let's say, for example, your account size is at $5,000. Okay, so you put it in there. And let's say you want to risk 2% of your account. So you put that in the desired risk. And then depending on how many cents you want to risk for your option, let's say you're trading SPY options, you want to risk about 15 cents on the contract. So you put in 0.15. And there you go. You should take about 6.7 contracts. So in this case, you'd probably take around 6 or 7 contracts, okay? And you can fill this out for every single trade to make sure you're risking the same amount on every single trade. It doesn't matter when your account grows. Let's say your account grows to 5,500. Same thing. Now you're taking 7 contracts per trade, right? Maybe it grows to like 8,000, right? And then you're wondering how many contracts to take. Then you start taking 10 contracts. And by doing this, you're going to know exactly how much you want to risk per trade and do it in a way that's very, very efficient. Okay, and all of this works for everything, right? With options, with shares, with futures. You can do this and fill this out for every single trade to have good risk management to make sure you're actually growing your account consistently and you're never going to blow up your account simply by using this. And again, all of this information is found inside of the vault, which is complete free community, all here in the Classroom tab. You guys get access to all of this 100% free just by joining. Now, this is the exact 2-step process that I use to grow my trading account from basically nothing to hundreds and thousands of dollars. And if I was to start from scratch all over again, I would do this exact same playbook you just learned. Now, if you follow all the steps I'm giving you in this video, there's no doubt in my mind you will be a profitable trader. In fact, I can actually guarantee it if you have an edge in the market with a 50% win rate or higher and a risk reward of at least 1-to-1 with good risk management, you're guaranteed to make money. There's actually no way to fail if you are doing both of those things. It's simply a game of math. Imagine this. Let's say we're playing a game of coin toss, and every time it lands on heads, you win $100. Every time it lands on tails, you lose $50. You're gonna take that bet over time, and you're guaranteed to make money, because over time, it'll be around 50% heads, 50% tails. Every time you win, it's going to be a lot more than every time you lose. So statistically, you have to make money if you have an edge in the market with good risk management. And I literally just laid out all the steps for you to get started, and it can start with the link in the description where you get access to all my courses, my risk management calculator, everything 100% free. I would definitely take advantage of this because you have to understand that it took me 6 years to get to the point where we're at now, where I can see consistent profits, and it's not an easy journey. But with the right tools and with the right formula, you can consistently grow your account even starting from zero. And if you are someone who has been trading for at least a few months or maybe a year and you still aren't seeing consistent profits, there's something that you need to change in your trading. And you already know there's tons more problems coming along the way that you're going to need to fix if you want to see consistent profits and actually see your account grow. And if that is you, what I want you to do is actually click the second link in the description where you can book a call with my team. And by clicking that link, you can hop on a call with our team and see if you would be a good fit to work with us and join the other 300 students who took the best decision of their life by joining and are now seeing consistent profits. We have some traders that are now going full time. We have some that are taking $500 to $10,000. Insanely good. And if you want to be able to do the same, it all starts by clicking the second link in the description and booking a call with our team. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.